Great morning, great morning. Doc, you in with me?
Good morning.
I feel like I'm a little too dark. I'm trying to get my mind right, my mentals together before I start this morning. See, I got my old faithful candle.
Come on, Candle.
How you doing
Got
this morning?
doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Just wanted to do something different. I'm always talking about health, talking about working out, eating right, but I never talk about mental. So I had to share with everybody and bring my doc on. I wanted to do this a couple of times a week, well, a couple times a month, just to share the importance of taking care of your mentals, your breathing, your meditations, your alone time, yoga, things of that nature. So I brought Doc on to share some information with us.
Hey, listen, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Um, so first of all, I appreciate everything that you do because it's so needed. Oh my goodness, it's so needed. Like health is our wealth. So and I think um, the past year or two has really like shown us. It's been an example of it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how much acclaim you have. Sorry, can y'all see me?
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
see,
Okay.
see you. I just had to make it a little lighter in here. My little candle is dim, but
But
had
you
to
got the
keep my
nice
mind right.
glow. You got the glow going. You got the glow. So um, so I appreciate everything you're doing. And you're right, mental is key. I mean, I always say like if you don't have the 6 inches between your ears right, like it gets real complicated. So tell me, like, what does a typical day for you look like?
Well, that's a little different for me. Like, woke up this morning, 4:30, just finished training my group virtual class. So I got clients all over US. I train them online on Zoom, train them, and I come see the doc, get my mind right. So go through my process with you. Then after that, people don't understand. I got a 9 to 5, so I got to log in and go to work at 7:30. So the chaos of work, then multiple businesses that we run, and sometimes businesses are up, sometimes businesses are down. So just a lot of different stresses of that. But wife, kids, things of that nature. So I have a full day every day and never know when I have to call an audible.
Mm. hmm So it's important for your mental to be in a good place, right?
Yes, definitely.
hmm Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, a big part of, oftentimes people are like, well, what does like getting my mind right look like? Like, what am I supposed to do that? And, we have stresses in life, but one of the key things is breathing, right? Number one is fundamental. Always, you think back to like Lamar Burton, where reading is fundamental, RIF, always say
Hmm.
BIF. Breathing is fundamental. Because if we don't breathe, we don't live. Like we
True.
cease to exist. And so breath is super important. When it comes to yoga, like breath is known as, we call it pranayama, right? So prana means breath or life force in Sanskrit. And then yama means control, right? And so that's just the two words together kind of mean breath exercise. And it's something that a lot of us don't do. We don't really pay attention to our breathing. We don't pay attention to our breath. We're shallow breathers by nature. And so I think breath work is just one of those really important things. And think about it, like when you get upset, what do people tell you to do? Breathe,
Breathe. Just breathe. Just let it
breathe,
breathe. Breathe. Calm down
yeah,
and breathe.
breathe, And so it's just because breathing, it calms the mind, and that in turn can calm the body. And so it's just super important. So I'd love to just kind of introduce some breath work today, if it's all right with you.
Let's go. Let's go. That's another
Hey.
thing. That's another thing I wanted people to see the back end because, women, they'll take care of their mental health, they'll take care of the breathing or yoga or just de-stress. But men it's almost unheard of for men to think of taking care of their mentals. And we have so much weight on us that we have to take care of our mentals to support everything that's around us and to lead in the way that we're supposed to lead. So let's get this breath work done.
Yes, I love that you said that too, because that is so true. A lot of men think like breathing, I'm good. I don't need to breathe. I don't need to practice my breathing. My breathing is fine. My husband's always like, why you got to imitate us like that? Just say it, right? But it's true. You all just, and not you per se, but a lot of men, they just feel like they've got it under control because they've had to carry things on their shoulders and control things. And so when you think about breath work, it's something that you don't have to think about, but for us to be intentional in how we live, we really should. So we're going to do something super simple today, super simple. And it's kind of like the beginning part of breath awareness, right? So, and breath awareness is just what it sounds like. It's being aware of your breath. So to begin, you want to make sure that you are seated in a nice, comfortable position. Okay, so that can be seated on your bum. You can do this if you're lying down on your back. You can even do it lying down on your belly, believe it or not. Seated at your desk chair, like taking breath breaks at work is a thing. So just you're seated in a comfortable position and you're upright. So if you're lying down, of course, your posture is straight, right? You're not hunched over. If you're seated, you want to make sure you're standing nice and tall or seated nice and tall. And gently close your eyes. So allow your top lid to gently touch the bottom lid. So you're not squeezing them tight, just top lid gently touches the bottom. And breathe. And as you breathe, I want you to take note of how your breath is circulating through your body. As you breathe, do you feel it travel into your nostrils and down your throat, into your chest? Does it move down to your arms and your fingertips? Back up to soften the sides of the body, going down into your waist, continuing the flow into your legs, through your knees, down to your feet and your toes, and back again. How does your breath flow as you just sit and breathe? Not forcing your breath to do anything specific, just breathing. And as you breathe and as you become aware of your breath, your awareness will heighten the longer you sit there. As the breath travels through your body, do you notice it getting caught anywhere? Is the flow impeded in any space? Or is it moving swiftly and continuously without interruption? How do you feel as you sit with your breath? Nothing to do, nothing to force, just breathing, connecting with your life force, connecting with the innermost parts of you. What are some things that come to mind as you sit with your breath? What are some things you need as you sit with your breath? Knowing that you have everything you need within you. You simply have to tap into it. And connecting to our breath facilitates that. And as we bring this particular practice to an end, we'll close with 2 cleansing breaths. Inhaling all that is good and nourishing. Inhale deeply in through your nose. Hold this space here. Hold this space here. And exhale everything that does not serve you out through your mouth. And last one, inhale deeply in through your nose, everything that is nourishing, everything that is good, everything that is you. And exhale out everything that does not serve you through your mouth. Gently flutter your eyes open. Bring your hands to heart center. And may the peace that is within me also be in you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was
Yeah,
amazing. Wanted to
good,
bring that
good.
on because it's different, and a lot of people, not only they don't see it, you don't hear it, but when people start off, I want you guys to know that it's really different. And like when she would talk to me, when telling me different things about the breath or how to breathe, she's asking questions. Then my subconscious like, does she want me to answer it, or am I supposed to just stay listening and stay breathing? But all this, even when we go into the meditation piece to show y'all how meditation works, it's strange because it's different and it's new. But the longer you do it, the longer you'll feel better. You'll feel the difference just from those little small exercises. That's why we're going to keep it coming once a week to share different tips to work on your mentals, to make sure you're mentally clear when you do it. Because we have so many distractions now. We got this distractions with what's going on in the world, COVID, jobs, stress of things going on in the communities around us. So you have to get away from distractions and just get to yourself and try the different breathing techniques and the different meditations for peace and clarity. And Dr. Nicole, how can people that view this find you on social media or YouTube or things or your website?
I'm on almost every social media platform and YouTube, Dr. Nicole McCarty. So DR and then Nicole, Nicole, McCarty, MCCARTY. So follow, connect, send me questions if you have them. And as Alfred was saying, it is new, it is different. And think about it, if you don't go to the gym and when that first day back at the gym, if you haven't gone in a while, it's a little interesting, right? Same thing. This is just like exercise for your mind. And if you've never done it, then it's not supposed to be easy. Like it's going to be a challenge because it's different. And because our mind is always going. Like even for the busiest person physically, their mind is 20 million times busier, right? So you have to give yourself grace through the journey. It's your journey. It's not compared to anyone else's. And and it's funny because I thought about when I was asking those questions, I was like, yeah, I probably should have said something about that. But but in asking the questions, it gives you something to think about, but not like wreck your brain about, right? So even if you're sitting there, you're aware of your breath, but the questions are kind of going into your subconscious as you are breathing. Like, so asking you, like, are you feeling any, is your breath impeded in any space in your body, or is it flowing smoothly? Is it flowing continuously? And so those prompts just give you something to think about, but it helps in focusing your mind on just that, as opposed to sitting there and wondering like what you're going to have for breakfast, or a meeting that you have in 2 hours. It's focusing your mind on something intentional and constructive. So,
And that's the hardest part what people don't understand. It's so hard to just silence your mind because you're going to always think of something, but it's so important. And like Dr. Nicole said, it's trying new things, different things, and stretching yourself. I mean, look at me. I'm sitting up here glowed up with a candle first thing in the morning. But hey,
hey,
I'm different. I'm embracing my difference and just
yeah.
want to share and help as many people as we can become healthy, not just in the physical, not just doing 1,000 push-ups or running 1,000 miles, but you can't do none of that if your mental not right. So like I say, turn on the notifications, stay tuned. I'll post doc info in the caption. And y'all have a blessed day. We'll see y'all next week.
Have a blessed day. See you next time.